Welcome to Smart Okasan TV, your #1 top channel for the latest updates on Biafra news, things going on in Biafra land, and the hottest trends in entertainment. As you are about to watch this video, try to like, subscribe, comment and share for orders to see.
The Chief Justice of Nigeria has reassigned Nnamdi Kanu's case after his outburst in the court recently. That is what we're going to talk about in this video. And if you are new to my channel and you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. Hit the subscription button, hit the notification bell. When you subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell, anytime I have a new video, you'll be among the first to know. God bless you. Now, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu, has expressed gratitude to the Chief Justice of Nigeria, CJN, Justice Kudrat Kekere-Ekun, for the reassignment of his case. In a statement by his lawyer, Aloy Marco Esquire, on Saturday, Kanu also expressed his appreciation to members of the general public for their solidarity on his demand for the transfer of the case file. Kanu also noted that he received 2 letters from the Chief Justice of Nigeria and the Chief Judge of the Federal High Court, Justice John Soho, conveying the transfer of the case to another judge after his earlier letter complaining about the continued trial before Justice Bintanyako. Recall that the furious Kanu had during the February 10 sitting before Justice Nyako of the Federal High Court lamented that the judge refused to recuse herself from his trial, accusing her of bias. Now, you know about this case, of course, I believe you do. You know that when Nnamdi Kanu appeared in court on February 10th, he was furious because Justice Nyako refused to recuse herself from his case, because already Nnamdi Kanu had protested her continued handling of the case, accusing her of bias, insisting that he, Nnamdi Kanu, will not get justice under such a biased judge, and that the woman should recuse herself. Actually, if you follow this story for a long time, you will know that the Chief Judge of the High Court eventually allowed Justice Nyako to recuse herself. But we later heard from the lawyers of Nnamdi Kanu that the Chief Judge of the High Court was not able to find another judge to handle the case, and they returned the case file back to Nyako. It was the return of Nyako that caused the outburst in the court, which a lot of people, I believe, are aware of. Okay? So Nnamdi Kanu protested. They had to protest openly in the open court for the world to see, because, like Fela used to say that sometimes you have to show that you are not a gentleman at all to be able to be heard in Nigeria. So he protested verbally in the open court that he doesn't have confidence and that he was ready to remain in detention instead of appearing before Justice Bintanyako. And then they wrote, his lawyers wrote to the Chief Justice of Nigeria about Nnamdi Kanu's reservation about the matter continuing to be in the hands of Justice Bintanyako. Then, of course, the intervention of the Chief Justice of Nigeria is what we are now talking about, that the Chief Justice of Nigeria intervened, and now it appears that they have now found another judge to handle the case, so that Nnamdi Kanu can get at least it can be before a judge that he believes could be fair to his own matter. And you know that there were a lot of people who are criticizing Nnamdi Kanu for that outburst in the court. In fact, some people were making it to appear as if it's not allowed. They say, what is this? Why should he determine who to judge, to be the judge to sit over his case? You know, some people say, who does he think he is to do that? And all that. But it is not this. Asking a judge that you don't have the confidence in that judge to recuse his or herself is not a new thing, even in Nigeria. But it's just that people like to dwell in ignorance. Recall that in 2019, when Atiku Abubakar was challenging the result of the 2019 presidential election, in which Muhammad Buhari was declared the winner and declared re-elected by the Independent National Electoral Commission. Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, who was the presidential candidate of the PDP, and the PDP itself, asked Justice, the President of the Court of Appeal, they asked the President of the Court of Appeal herself, Zena Bukachua, to recuse herself from their case. Yes. You know, people like to act as if they don't know the facts, or they deliberately feign ignorance of some of these things. Atiku Abubakar and PDP insisted that the then President of the Court of Appeal, Zainab Bukachua, must recuse herself from their case, that they don't have confidence that Zainab Bukachua can give them justice. And it became an issue. There was resistance even by the Justice Zainab Bukachua. It was reported in the media that she resisted being recused. But eventually, common sense prevailed and she recused herself from the matter. But recusing herself, of course, didn't help Article 2. At the end of the day, the appeal court still ruled that it was Buhari that won the election. But just to draw attention to the fact that it is not a new thing to ask a judge you are not comfortable with, a judge you perceive you will not get justice with, to ask for that person, that court, to recuse herself, his or herself. So it is common sense. And Atiku and Co, they did it because they believe that they can't get justice under Justice Bukachua, Zainab Bukachua at that time. So it is allowed to seek for a judge who don't have interest in to recuse herself, and that was his or herself. And that was what Nnamdi Kanu did in the open court. And you can see that it was a sort of frustration. I can tell you for free, if they didn't do that drama, Nnamdi Kanu will still be forced to be appearing before Justice Binta Nyako. Now that he protested and the CJN is aware of it, where then did they produce this judge that has agreed now to take the case? Because they say earlier on, from what the lawyers of Nnamdi Kanu told us, that there was no judge ready to take the case. That was even the reason why Nnamdi Kanu and his lawyers said, okay, if there is no judge in Abuja that can take the case, let's take this matter back to the Southeast Nigeria. After all, the terrorism allegation against Nnamdi Kanu is said to have happened in the Southeast. That is the most appropriate place to have this trial, so that they can get a judge from that part of the country to handle the case. Now, the High Court in Abuja now, they have found somebody. But before, they said nobody was ready to take the case. At least that's what we are told. Where did they get this person from? Is he from Abuja High Court, or is he from another elsewhere? Which is a question that people may also need to ask about. But that is by the way. But what I'm saying is that if he didn't do that, if Nnamdi Kanu didn't orchestrate that drama, which is lawyers, they will still drag him to court and put him before Justice Bintanyako, telling the world that no other person was ready to take the case except Bintanyako. And of course, at the end of the day, let us see how the matter will go. But already you know that many prominent Nigerians have been saying that, look, this Nnamdi Kanu matter is not a matter that can be settled in court. There has to be a political solution. That's why you have several leaders across Nigeria, including those from the National Assembly, calling for Nnamdi Kanu to be granted unconditional release. And people have been making that call. People have been suggesting that's what should be done, that is the only solution. Because there's so much about this case. You remember also that one of the things that the whole world is watching Nigeria is because of the condition Nnamdi Kanu was brought back to Nigeria. He was a rendition from Kenya to Nigeria. And under international law, that was an illegality. And that was why the United Nations Council on Human Rights Council, since 2022, had called on Nigerian government to release Nnamdi Kanu because of the abduction, the rendition of Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya. United Nations Human Rights Council said it was an illegality. What was done was a violation of international law, that Nnamdi Kanu should be released. But of course, you know that Muhammad Buhari, who orchestrated that rendition, never cared about the United Nations Human Rights Council. So they disregarded it, and the world recorded it for Nigeria. And that was one of the reasons why, when Nigeria was talking about returning Simon Ekpa to Nigeria, when they were asking for extradition of Simon Ekpa to Nigeria to answer for terrorism charges, the whole world was laughing at Nigeria, knowing that Nigeria doesn't have the moral right to ask for that when they have shown to the world that they don't obey laws, that they have no regards for rule of law. Because if Nigeria had regard for rule of law, that they would have listened to the United Nations Council on Human Rights and all others that have drawn attention, calling on Nnamdi Kanu to be released. But Nigerian government never listened. So that being said, it is now left for the government. Like many people have said, this matter, even if it gets to the Supreme Court, will not be settled by the courts, that it has to be settled politically. A lot of leaders have said so, but President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is still prevaricating on that, even though he quickly ensured the release of Sunday Igboho, who was also sharing the same kind of separatist ideas and actions with Nnamdi Kanu, because Sunday Igboho himself, when his house was invaded by the DSS, many people were found with guns and all that, and people were killed. Go and check the newspaper headlines when his house was invaded by DSS in Ibadan. Yet, this guy has been released unconditionally. He has been, in fact, the case against him has been withdrawn unconditionally. And that same Igboho has gone to the 10 Downing Street in London to present a petition for a separate Yoruba state out of Nigeria. That's part of the things that people watch and then begin to question, why then have they not done something to ensure that this Nnamdi Kanu matter is settled politically, as had been requested by Ohaneze, Fedifere, and others across the country. Whatever is your position on this matter, let's hear from you at the comment section.
So I greet you, Biafrans. There is voice note I want us to listen to. A voice note that is warning Commander Gentle the Yahoo after the video he made recently warning our DPM Dr. Ngozi Orabueze. Please, if this is your first time coming across my channel, don't forget to subscribe to this channel, turn on your notification button and share this video, like the video as well, so that it will help YouTube to recommend it to other Biafrans. I don't want to chip in anything concerning this audio. Then after this audio, there is another audio we will like to listen to. Let's listen to this audio. The person is warning Commander Gentle that he should apologize to Biafrans within 48 hours, maybe 48 hours or 24 hours. If not, let's listen. Let me not talk what the person talk.
My attention specifically and the attention of the whole Biafrans worldwide has been brought to the video made by Commander Gentle of Okigwe region. I wish on behalf of the whole commanders in the whole of Biafra land and the whole Biafrans all over the world, wish to advise Commander Gentle. Commander Gentle, from hence you should understand that the military, there is no place in this planet Earth that the military commands the government. It is the commandment that dishes order to the military. I don't know if you have a military training nor any military background, Commander Gentle. The last video you made was a complete show of shame. If I were you, I would tender a sincere apology and resign my duty post. Commander Gentle, you have robbed the face of the military to the mob. It's unethical, and I am advising you at this point in time. You don't bite the finger that feeds you. No one is greater than the nation. The military is no greater than the government. Because the military is an institution created by the government. Understand that. You are under the government's payroll. Understand that. The arms and ammunition that you use is procured by the government. Understand that. The uniform that you wear is procured by the government. Understand that. That you use is procured by the government. Understand that. And the United States of Biafra, under the leadership of His Excellency Mazi Simon Etta and the surrogate Dr. Ngozi Orabueze, has made this case possible to get to your domain. One nane wow kana na hadword mana agbashio ka agbashio ego no biko oyesi gi pu ehi ikwu e juru kwara aju we na ekwu ona wanne ka agba gi umbere nwa na amu iri enu obi gi esikwu ike e chekwara chi ga aka mgba the moment you challenge the government, Commander Gentle, hear this, know this, and know peace, you get one problem. Not from the government, but from the enemy's camp. I repeat, the moment you begin to challenge the government, Commander Gentle, you get one problem. Not from the government, but from the enemy's camp. Listen, what is this? What will happen? The government will abandon you. They will overlook you. Nothing. No bullet. The money you end up, you end up in criminality. And the moment you do that, you land down at the enemy's camp. You won't last long. But the moment you retreat your steps. I demand an apology to the government of the United States of Biafra within the next 48 hours. If not, it's not a threat. You will fall to the enemy's camp. And I swear, and I can bet you, Biafra will still come, with or without you. You are not the most rugged soldier in Biafra land. You never see us. You never see people. send a brother abroad home. We love you. We love you, my brother. Acham koku atogonogo. Atoro amara. Atoro fekofe isi n'ofia. Give wanza all the kirijo na afọ wee chechere chiga aka mgba. Mana nwa aka ifo. Mana detu en na agwa gị n'ụbọchị tata. Ibido ma ịwara gọọmenti aka. Ya bana aka na-efi dị aka na-ege nni ịta anị ahụ. And they cannot there. Unless you repent, apologize to the United States of Biafra, not even to the Congress of the desert, not to Simon Ekpa, not to Nnamdi Kanu, but to the whole Biafra, to 80 million Biafras all over the world. 48 hours. I need to make my apology. Open your threats. It's an advice. My next thing you get me and you won't last long. Not from the government, I repeat, not from the government, but from the enemy's camp. Government in the G1, my attention specifically.
So, when I don't hear from that brother, I don't know who he is, but he called back Commander Gentle to apologize to Biafrans for his last video, where he was threatening Dr. Ngozi Orabu.
Thanks for tuning in to Smart Okason TV show. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share to keep the intellect flowing.